some negative consequences of not having bookkeeping. So obviously, not just the government consequences, right?
Yeah,
like there's other consequences to it.
So the government one, a lot of people put that out of mind.
Yeah.
But this one will impact you directly. So yeah.
First is the loss of financial control. So you'll have difficulty in tracking your income and expenses, potential again for cash flow issues and not being able to meet your obligations. And honestly, we see this a lot.
This is probably that's probably the most common one.
Yeah, like they didn't do it. What happened is like, oh, like I'm a month behind, then I'm 3 months behind, then I'm a year behind, and it just gets away from them.
And this is one you really need to be careful of if you're not selling a service, but you're selling like a physical item. So you've got inventory and you've got costs associated with that item. And then, for example, if you end up having 15 different items that are being sold and they each have different costs associated with them and you're not tracking that correctly, you don't even know if the item that you're selling is profitable or not.
Yeah.
And we see this a lot. And when you get down to it and finish off the work, it's very eye-opening for the business owner.
Yeah. Next is inaccurate financial reporting, so misleading financial statements, risk of audits and legal issues. So this comes with, let's say, you want an investor.
Or you're going for a loan at a bank.
Well,
Yeah.
that's securing financing.
Oh.
But yeah, but like it does add, risk of audit and legal issues. So let's say you are a franchisee, you have a franchise agreement, you promised, in your franchise agreement to send them a P&L every quarter, and you've not been doing that because you've been behind, or maybe the P&L is way far off from the truth.
But that's what
Yeah.
I mean when I say issues with the bank. So
Yeah.
if you're getting loans and you're providing financials which are totally inaccurate, which we've seen people
Yeah.
do before, and we have to let people like that know that we can't help them. But that can get you into a lot of hot water. I mean, that's a crime.
Yeah. Which leads to obviously difficulty in securing financing, so challenges in obtaining loans and investments, and also the lack of trust from stakeholders. So if you own a company jointly with your family, whoever is supposed to be in charge of the books and is not doing a great job, obviously the other people's going to get mad at them.
Yeah. Additional negative outcomes, increased vulnerability to fraud. I mean, we've touched on that, but it's a lot more common than people think.
Yeah. And then you'll have a difficulty in selling your business when you actually want to sell. There could be payroll issues as well. So not just not remitting the taxes to the government, but if you're not being compliant with payroll, your employees that you fired could come back and sue you.
Not only that, if you're remitting the wrong amounts to the government and you've got a whole bunch of employees, and we've seen this one too, and then it comes to when they're filing their T1s and everything is wrong and they get audited, they are coming to get you. All of your employees will be mad.
Yeah, and then
it really does strain the relationship.
Yeah, it does strain your relationship, not just like with your employees, but if you're running a business with your spouse, which we've seen happen.
Not with us.
Not with
us. We
us.
actually get along pretty well.
But we've seen it with other people. Even if the spouse is not involved in the business, if the business is not doing well, then
we've seen
it's
that
strain. Yeah, we've
as
seen
well.
it strain relationships as well.